Hey guys, this is That One Teacher. I teach marketing on this channel, so do check out the playlist by clicking on the I button. I've completed my MBA in the year 2020 and I got placed into TCS. I made a similar video on how to get into TCS, so do check that out at the end of this video. The topic of this video is how to get into Infosys. One of my friends works in Infosys and is an associate consultant. So this is based on her experience about Infosys placement process, aptitude test and interview. So let me start by answering the most important question. What is the package that we can expect from Infosys? Infosys usually pays around 7 to 7.5 lakhs per annum to a fresher. And if you have a work experience of even 1 year, you get paid even higher. Now this package is highest among all the companies that come for MBA placement, be it TCS, Mindtree, HCL and many others. Plus, Infosys gives you exposure and chance to work in many different projects. And even the brand name of Infosys would give you even higher package when you switch in few years. So that's why Infosys is dream company for many MBA aspirants. But getting into Infosys, it's not so easy. There are 3 rounds. The first is aptitude test, where majority of the candidates are rejected and only few are selected. I say this because around 400 students applied from my college and only 26 got selected. I was one of the lucky ones who got selected, but I was later rejected in the next rounds. So I'll tell you what mistakes did I make so that you can avoid them, and about my friend's interview experience and what she did right. So let's start by aptitude test. There are 6 to 8 sections in it. The first 3 sections are the standard ones in any placement process. They are verbal ability, quantitative aptitude, DILR. The difficulty level is moderate to slightly above that, so I would suggest you to refer your CAT or CET book from Time, IMS or any other institute. Just go through them, practice some of the exercise and you'll be good to go. The next section is psychometric test, where you would be given a situations like you are a manager and your subordinate has not submitted work even after repeated warning. What would you do? And you would be asked to choose the most likely and the least likely action that you would take. In fact, the next section is similar to this, but it is represented more visually, where there would be 2 animated characters where you have to make a decision and choose the best action possible according to your understanding. So the questions can be tricky because there is no clear right or wrong answer, and that's why majority of the candidates struggle as every answer seems right. And since there are 2 sections out of 6, so that's why majority of the candidates do not clear this test. The trick to answer this question is to ask yourself every time, what would a leader do? Your answer should reflect team building, helping others, allowing your subordinates to make decisions on their own, and the option that best represents it is your right answer. But to be able to do that, you need to practice such questions regularly. There are a lot of websites on which you can take psychometric tests for free, and they check your answers and give you a feedback. I'll link those websites in the description below. The last section is email writing, where you would be given a situation like write an email informing your supervisor about the delay in submission of project, where you have to write proper email. There are a lot of websites that teach you how to write a proper email with proper salutation and everything, so do check that out. Okay, so next rounds are interview. These are elimination round. The first is with the head of department, and after clearing that round, you get a chance to have an interview with HR. Infosys always mention the department they are hiring for. That could be digital marketing, cloud computing, cyber security or even analytics. So you can choose according to your interest. And the interviewer would be an head of department or at least a senior level employee. So for the interview, I have divided the questions in 3 different categories. The first set of questions are related to your CV. The questions could be, tell me about your project in your graduation, or any work experience that you have, or your MBA internship. There will be a lot of questions related to your MBA internship, like your day-to-day job or any marketing model that you use in your project. So for example, if you have done your internship in market research, so the questions would be, how did you draft questionnaire and what marketing model did you use in your analytics? If your internship is in sales, then the questions would be, what are the 7 steps of selling? What is the customer lifetime value for your company, etc. The next questions are related to your certification and your hobbies. And this is where I made mistake. I did a lot of certification which I proudly present in my CV. But when questions were asked on it, I was unable to answer because I had only surface level of knowledge on it, and that happens to most of us. But I realized my mistake quickly and I was better prepared for my next placement process for TCS. So I would advise you to mention only those certifications for which you have a good knowledge, or at least Google the topic beforehand to get an in-depth knowledge about the topic. The second set of questions were more personal, to understand our thought process, to understand our character. The questions were like, what is your strength and weakness? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why did you transition from engineering to MBA? And reason for gap, if any. The next set of questions were to test our general understanding about IT industry. The questions were like, What are the next IT trends in India? Why do you want to join our department of digital marketing, analytics, cloud computing or cybersecurity? Why do you want to join Infosys? So the main part of this entire placement process is the first interview. The second interview with the HR round is not so grilling. HR will ask you simple questions, so don't worry about that. So this is the procedure on how to get into Infosys. Thank you for watching this video. This is That One Teacher. I teach marketing on this channel, so check out the playlist where I teach marketing management by Philip Kotler in a storytelling format. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or comment down below and I'll try to answer that. Thank you for watching.